I gotta say, one of my favorite episodes was Project Recover. I mean, I had no idea what those guys did, and even the equipment they used was amazing. And plus, I got a new friend out of it after meeting John Marsack. You know, we kept in touch after that. He's a really good guy, and they do really good things.
What up, man? Nice to see you, man.
How you been?
All right.
You brought this guy too, huh? What's going on, brother?
John Marsack and Nick Zaborski served for 23 years in the United States Navy and retired as Chief Petty Officers and First Class Divers.
Man, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so now what we're gonna do, I'll hold the weight, Nick, you go ahead and get him in.
All right, you're locked in.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's kind of heavy.
Now in about 10 seconds, he's going to run out of air.
This ought to be fun.
You getting dizzy yet?
Right here.
After a career like that, you might expect them to kick back and sit on their laurels. Not these guys. Bored with retirement, they started a commercial dive company called Legion Undersea Services. Their military backgrounds uniquely prepared them for disaster response, underwater salvage, repairing hydroelectric dams, and hurricane restoration operations. But it's their new mission that captured our attention. Now tell us a little bit about what you got going on. You guys are packing up your equipment, ship it out next week. Next month, you guys are leaving and going where? Tell me about it.
We've had the unbelievable opportunity to meet back up with some people that we had worked with in the past. This company called Project Recover is a group of civilians, not military, but a group of civilians, but have former military that are running. Actually, the CEO of the company right now is a former Marine Corps pilot. What these men and women of this organization are doing right now is keeping the promise that all military members have made to all of their brothers and sisters, which is, we will not leave you behind, we will always bring you home.
Throughout the entire world, the U.S. is the only country that is actively pursuing their missing in action soldiers from past conflicts. World War II, Korea, Cold War, Vietnam, and even the current Gulf War conflicts. There's about 82,000 missing in action soldiers that have not been identified and recovered. We have a lot of U.S. ships sunk, submarines. There are 51 U.S. submarines from World War II that never came home. And that's where we come in, our project of searching for and finding MIAs. Our focus has gone to primarily underwater sites. We have two partners of the University of Delaware, their oceanographic department, and Scripps Institution of Technology out of UC San Diego and their oceanographic department. They have allowed us to expand our mission over the past 5 years now. So we have gone from one country for 1 month, once a year, to going to 9 countries in a year. And the cooperative venue with the two universities, of them doing the wide area searches with their underwater vehicles. And then when we do find something, going back and analyzing it, documenting it, and confirming that it is the aircraft we think it is and does have MIAs, we think, because we're not digging into it at all yet. We then pass that information on to the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency. They review it, they determine in their mindset, is this crash site a viable site that may have remains? Then they'll put it in their list of sites to be recovered. And I'm currently right now in Florida working with Legion Undersea Services, who are all former Navy divers, to embark upon our first joint mission, and for Project Recover, the first actual recovery mission that we're going to be doing for the government. Their backgrounds, their expertise of coming on board with us was just another one of those incredible things that you cannot call a coincidence.
What does it say about those guys that they're retired now and this is their new mission?
Well, you know, they obviously had a commitment when they joined the military in the first place. You know, and that just because you retire doesn't mean that you lose that drive to help your fellow soldiers, sailors, whatever, or even your country. You know, they had something in them that made them want to do it in the first place, and so that's what they're still doing. And I commend them for it.
Right now, Nick and I have the honor to go to the island nation of Palau, and we will be going there and repatriating some World War II pilots that were shot down during the Battle of Peleliu.
What a great thing to be involved in.
It's unbelievable. It is the honor of our lifetime, and the crazy thing is that we actually did this mission in the military. Nick has already repatriated men from World War II. But we are going to do that again, and we never in our wildest dreams did we think we were going to have the opportunity to go back and do this again.
You know, and the one thing with John and Nick, and I guess all the guys that did Project Recover, you could tell the way they talk and how emotional they get that it really means something to them to be able to bring back the remains of these people who have been lost for decades, to give closure to their families. You're not just diving on a wreck or a crash site or something, you're diving on his grave site, basically. That's got to be some kind of feeling for you to be going down there.
So originally, when we got the word that we were going to Palau to dive on a B-24, I remember thinking, cool, where's Palau? When are we going? I didn't get it. I didn't understand what we were getting ourselves into. When it started to set in on that first mission, the forensic anthropologist, Dr. Eric Emery, who was overall in charge of that mission, on the first day when we're setting up, before we did our first dive, he hung up a black and white photo of the air crew. And, you know, we're walking by carrying stuff and stopped, and everybody stopped and just stared at it. You know, it stopped us dead in our tracks. And I remember feeling those guys look a lot like us, and we look a lot like them. And if things were different, it could be them looking for us. That's when it started to make sense. It's not just getting the guys back and repatriating them back to the country and taking part in the ceremony of the flag draped coffin and attending the funerals, but it's also the family members and the ripple effects that just seem to go on forever out through the country, you know, in small towns all around America. I don't know if I have words for how impactful it is and how important it is. I can't imagine anything more rewarding to do with the skills that we got in the military, and can't think of anything better that our company could be doing right now. There's probably more lucrative things that we could be chasing, but this is what we're meant to do.
Nothing more rewarding. You know,
Yeah.
like
I agree.
You know, like John said before, you know, where you make a promise to your brothers in arms.
That's right.
You know, don't
you
leave
were there.
anybody behind.
You were there,
right?
you made that promise too, brother.
That's right. You know, and if you want to see the rest of the episode, it's really cool episodes. If you want to watch it, just click the link over here, and I really suggest you watch it.